Welcome back, post-apocalyptic fans. In today's episode, we dive into another round of hidden gems in post-apocalyptic films and series that will transport you to worlds after the collapse. If you're looking for something fresh and intriguing, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Number 10. The Zone. After a nuclear disaster in northern Spain, the world as people knew it crumbled into dust. A vast exclusion zone where radiation still devours life separates survivors from the site of the tragedy. The survivors have been resettled in a new city, cold, harsh, and remote, just 50 kilometers from the epicenter of the disaster. What was supposed to be a safe haven, however, becomes a maze of secrets and disturbing discoveries. Among the shadows of this new world, Hector, an experienced police chief and one of the few survivors, is called in to solve a series of brutal murders. But the deeper Hector delves into the investigation, the more he realizes that the murders are only the beginning. As he uncovers more shreds of truth, the surrounding reality begins to crack, irreversibly altered by the disaster. Number 9. To the Lake. Imagine a world where civilization collapses in the blink of an eye. An unknown virus spreads rapidly, transforming people into merciless beasts fighting for the remnants of resources. Cities devolve into zones of chaos, where danger arises not only from the virus, but also from the increasingly terrifying behavior of people. The protagonists of the series are a group that must leave Moscow and travel north to a remote lake, hoping to find refuge. However, danger lurks not only on the road. Conflicts among themselves, fear, betrayals, and despair can be as deadly as the epidemic itself. Each episode builds tension, leaving viewers uncertain about who will survive and who will succumb to fear or violence. The series is distinguished by its dark atmosphere, realistic characters, and a constant sense of danger. Number 8. Between. The Canadian series is set in the small town of Pretty Lake, where a mysterious epidemic breaks out, killing everyone over the age of 22. Within days, a society that was once peaceful and orderly turns into a nightmare where young people must survive without adults, rules, or any outside help. The government seals off the town with a quarantine, leaving the survivors to face chaos and struggle for survival. It's a brutal social experiment in which the kids have to grow up quickly, confronting lawlessness, lack of resources, and internal conflicts. Tension rises as the young people begin to uncover the secrets of the epidemic and the real role they may play in the disaster. If you enjoy dark survival stories where the tension stems from psychological struggles and constant danger, this is a must-watch. Number 7. Defiance. If you like post-apocalyptic series full of dark mysteries, unexpected twists, and suspense, then Defiance is sure to draw you in. This production surprises with its brutality and emotional depth, showcasing how difficult it is to save humanity in a world full of ruins. Earth has been devastated by a catastrophic war with alien races, and the future resembles nothing we know. The planet is teeming with mutated creatures, alien technology, and the remnants of a bygone civilization. At the heart of this chaotic reality is the city of Defiance, where humans and aliens struggle to coexist. The series is packed with drama, power struggles, and terrifying creatures, as residents must confront not only each other's intrigues, but also external threats. Number 6. The Day. The Day is a dark and harsh post-apocalyptic film that delves into a brutal struggle for survival in a world ravaged by destruction. In this dystopian universe, humanity is in decline. There is no electricity, vegetation is dead, and the only viable resource is human flesh. The film follows a group of 5 survivors who take refuge in an abandoned farmhouse, trying to evade cannibalistic gangs that prey on humans. However, it's not just the outside world that poses a threat. The relationships among the survivors are strained, and desperation breeds increasing paranoia and cruelty. The film's atmosphere is heavy, filled with hopelessness and desperation. Every day is a battle to avoid capture and consumption, creating a sense of constant danger. The plot does not shy away from violent scenes, and every step could lead to disaster. Number 5. The Rover. For fans of post-apocalyptic and harsh, pessimistic visions of the future, the movie The Rover will be an ideal choice. Set in a distant future where civilization has collapsed and law and order are mere memories, the story unfolds in a crumbling desert Australia where survival is a daily struggle and human life holds little value. The main character, Eric, is a lonely, bitter man whose sole motivation is to recover a stolen car taken by a violent gang. To achieve his goal, he reluctantly joins forces with a young man who, although not an ally, becomes his only hope for survival. The film is not a typical action movie, but rather a psychological journey into the depths of a devastated world and the minds of those surviving in it. Number 4. What Still Remains. What Still Remains is a dark post-apocalyptic film that immerses the viewer in a world ravaged by a plague, where humanity struggles to survive amidst brutal conditions. In this bleak landscape, decimated communities either live in isolation or fall into the grip of fanatical cults. The main character, Anna, has lost her family and lives alone in this unforgiving reality. When a mysterious stranger enters her life, offering safety within his community, Anna must decide whether to trust a man who may not be who he claims to be. The film builds a sense of unease and tension, making viewers question what is more dangerous, the feral wilderness or the dark secrets hidden among the survivors. Rather than relying on flashy action scenes, the film focuses on building tension and exploring the complex relationships between characters, making it a dark and unpredictable experience. Number 3. Carriers. In this apocalyptic reality, hope for a cure is long gone, and the survivors have become as dangerous as the disease itself. The film follows 4 friends as they attempt to escape the plague by traversing desolate roads in search of a safe haven. In a world where trust can be fatal, and even the slightest contact with an infected person means certain death, their journey turns into a struggle not only against the virus, but also against their own humanity. The film engages not through spectacular action, but through an atmosphere of horror and mounting tension. Carriers reveals how, in the face of annihilation, primal instincts emerge, and people are willing to do anything to survive, even at the expense of their loved ones. While the film doesn't offer impressive special effects, its strength lies in the tension and the harsh reality it portrays. This is more of a psychological thriller than a typical action film, but its grim realism can be genuinely frightening. Number 2. Hidden. The film is set in a closed shelter where a small family is hiding from a mysterious external threat known as the infected. Every day is a struggle for survival, and food supplies are running low. In the claustrophobic space, their psyche begins to crumble, and the past hides dark secrets that could destroy not only their safety, but the family itself. The film effectively builds tension, forcing the viewer to question, what is the real threat outside? And will the shelter that was supposed to be their refuge become their grave? Hidden balances on the border of psychological horror and survivalism, gradually uncovering layers of secrets until a shocking finale that surprises and alters the entire perspective. Number 1. Vanishing on 7th Street. Vanishing on 7th Street is a chilling thriller that tells the story of a mysterious catastrophe, as a result of which most of humanity suddenly disappears without a trace. All that is left on the streets are piles of clothes and discarded objects, as if people have vanished into thin air. The survivors discover that the darkness engulfing most of the population begins to take on a life of its own and becomes more terrifying with each passing day. There are unseen forces hiding in the darkness, hunting for the last survivors. A handful of people seek refuge in an abandoned bar, desperately trying to keep the light on, as darkness is their greatest enemy. The longer they struggle to survive, the more the atmosphere of paranoia and horror grows. No one knows what this evil is or why it is taking people, but one thing is certain. If the lights go out, they too face an inevitable death. That's all for today. I hope you found something new to watch. Let me know in the comments which of these productions caught your interest the most, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next list. See you in the next episode.